Hello, everyone. Welcome to Secrets of Saltmarsh. This is one of our Patreon campaigns here on our channel. Thank you so much to all of our Patreons. Everyone you see here on the screen is a Patreon. Without them and several others, none of the things we do here would be possible. So thank you very much. You can find out more about what you can get for being a Patreon if you head on over to it by using !Patreon in our chat. We also have a YouTube. You can find all of the previous episodes of this campaign and all of the other campaigns that we run over there as well. And I thought we were so deep into it that I wouldn't need my words in front of me, that I was just gonna get it. But I'm wrong. If you would like to interact with the game, there are a couple of ways you can do so. Just by hanging out, you will grant points to basically purchase a blessing, an advantage die, or a reroll to the player of your choice. You can do that just by lurking, hanging out, subbing, all of the fun stuff here on Twitch. And if you'd like to add an element of fate to the narrative, every $10 guarantees a drop from the deck of many things to the player of your choice. Some are good, some are bad, some are spicy. Who knows what the draw will be? But let's jump right into it. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and tell us a little bit about your character. We'll start off with GeekDice.
Hey folks, I'm GeekDice. You can find me at geek_dice on X. Welcome to D&D. I love D&D. D&D is good for you. D&D is good for me. I am playing Kissimmee Brightbloom, also known as KayBee. He's a wizard. He's an artificer. He's a fighter. He's small, 2'9", and he loves to fight. More importantly, he loves to give sandwiches to his friends. He loves his friends. Hi, I'm KayBee.
And how much does KayBee weigh for no reason whatsoever?
For no reason relevant in today's session, KayBee is 2'9" and he weighs 30 pounds. He's a small boy.
Okay, thank you. We'll head on over to GodfatherWraith. Hi.
Hi, I'm GodfatherWraith V_ESG. You can call me Tim. I can hear myself.
Does that mean you hear an echo of me?
Yeah, but I'm not that. That doesn't distract me. It's hearing myself.
Oh, I totally get that. Maybe it's
Anyway.
Google Meets.
No, I didn't mute the stream.
Oh.
So, alrighty. Here we go again. Hi, I'm GodfatherWraith V_ESG. You can call me Wraith, you can call me Tim, you can be anything you want except late for dinner. So I'm playing Garen. I don't know his weight and height because I usually don't figure that out on my characters because I don't care. But yeah, he's your average, ordinary, nondescript rogue who's really good at making things dead.
Excellent. Yeah, I just need to know, like, how many increments of 45 pounds is your character for no reason whatsoever? You'll find out why later. Maybe sooner than you realize. Who knows? But thank you so much. Next, we've got John. Hi.
Hello, I'm John, also known as Andicarus, and in this game, I'm known as Pole of Ammonfort. And Pole of Ammonfort is a former street waif who's grown up and become an adventurer. And I would say that, although I never wrote it down, Pole probably weighs 114 pounds, soaking wet, and he's often soaking wet.
Excellent.
And is maybe 5'8"-ish, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Skinny. And yeah, he's always up to good deeds when he can do it, and crazy deeds when he can't.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And then we'll pop on over to Zombie.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie. I'm Z. Whatever your name is to call me. I'm the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips to up to your own discretion. Today, I play Finn Carlson, who is a ranger researcher man who is trying to made his life mission to find out where all of the magical undead and all kinds of stuff is coming from. But as of today, though, we're gonna find out what's up in this fun little attic under this brewery of some kind. But you can find me on Twitter at ZombieFighter89. If you go there, there's a pinned tweet made by the lovely Lady May. I do video editing, audio editing, Twitch clips, and I'm getting into shorts. I'm trying to set up some stuff to do some short work. And yeah, so I can post some stuff. And in that tweet, I think I bring this up, I don't remember if I do, but in this tweet there is a Google Sheet with all of my work on it. So anything that I have done or will do or updated, I'm thinking about replacing one or two of the promo videos I've done lately with some of the older ones I've done, because I think I've improved in some cases with some of the stuff. So yeah, but yeah, so if you're looking for anyone, I am available to be hired.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And you can find everyone's links there in chat. So, before we jump into it, I want to say thank you so much, GodfatherWraith, for the draw for everyone. I'm going to go first this time because I make the rules. Ha 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 ha.
Did you say stop?
I said it in my head. I actually looked at all the cards and then I picked the best one. That's what I did.
Nice.
Yeah, totally. So I've drawn a card for myself. Thank you so much for that. And then we'll go in order on the screen. KayBee, please tell me what.
Stop.
Shh. Oh, okay.
That was so close.
Nope, it's a bad one.
That's fine.
Garen.
Yeah. All right. No, not that one. No, not that one.
Yeah,
Stop.
Okay. We'll see. Pull.
All right, stop.
Uh-oh. So far, all bad cards. And then Finn.
Stop.
Yep. Everyone drew a bad card. This will be fun.
Damn.
This will be fun. Okay. So, last time on Secrets of Saltmarsh, we made our way to the Firewatch Island. We here went to this hermitage where we were trying to see what was going on. Apparently, one of the hermits washed up on shore. Something happened to them. And as you've been exploring the outer grounds of the hermitage last time, you found some unusual vines and you realized that perhaps they were being harvested in some way. You didn't find any evidence of any people, but you had managed to take down this monstrous creature, the Perioton. A huge kudos to Pole for essentially controlling the tempo of that fight. That would have been a very dangerous fight, but you literally just took the air out of their wings and they just poof. With a banish spell, they came back, everyone repositioned and took it down without much trouble whatsoever. You did send Friend up into the belfry of this large tower that's part of this hermitage, and there you found a body. And the body said, "Beware of the sea killers." Very interesting. Don't know what that means quite yet. And as you went around the back of the hermitage, just checking the perimeter for now, you found hags hiding in a bush, and they had an invisible stalker in their ranks, and you managed to dispatch all of them. And there was a bit of a interesting scene with the dispatching of the last one. We had some very heavy moments that have happened moments before we ended the stream. So we open back up today. Both Finn and KayBee, you have crawled up into the tower from below where there was a sort of makeshift vinter. And here, in this guard tower of some kind, you've fashioned a way up. You have soon thereafter been joined with Garen and Pole.
Man, you guys look like you're kind of beat up.
I was gonna say, do you think we've only been up here for a short time, KayBee? You think this is a safe area?
So I'm looking at I think, Stella, you said there's a barricade between us and the rest of the building, right?
Yeah, as you look around, just to kind of paint the scene again, you're in a small guard tower, and you can see that the wall here has, sorry, the door has been shut closed on this side. So if
So
you want,
there's no gaps or anything. Can't really see what's going on there.
you can't see into the building, but all around you, let me actually make this a little more accurate. There are arrow slits in the walls of this space. So you would actually be able to see outside. This work. Reveal polygon reveal.
Excuse me.
Okay, there we go. So essentially you get to see all around you outside. From where you are, you look down, you can see the body of the hag that you took out down there. You see the cistern full of water that you had just investigated and found some treasure at the bottom of. But beyond that, the door in front of you, you'll have to pull the barricade off of it in order to go inside. So if something wants to break in, it's going to have a hard time breaking in.
Yeah, this might be a safe space for us to rest for a little bit. And I kind of try to climb up and look out the window, look around.
Yeah.
It might be
Right.
okay.
Yeah, can I roll perception?
Yes.
See if there's anything that stands out. 29.
29. You notice that it is evening time. So several hours have passed by with your rowing to the island, with your adventuring, like going around the combat you've had with the creature. It's starting to get on the side of dark now. But beyond that, this guard tower looks pretty empty. There is a ladder shoved off to the side, and you can smell the distillery coming up from below. So it smells like wine in here.
No
somebody
strange
mentioned-
noises.
Somebody mentioned rest. KB immediately
Mhm.
plops off his backpack,
Yeah.
and he opens up his backpack, and we all remember helping at the local kitchen, and
Mhm.
there was numerous different food items that were presented there. And you see now, KB brings out those exact food items. Apparently, KB had pilfered substantial quantities, enough for a meal for everybody. So there's the soup, and oh yeah, there's that carrot cake that everybody. KB remembers that Pole's eyebrows were just dancing up and down after eating that carrot cake. It was really good. Maybe take a little bite.
Good idea, KP.
Wow. You always come so prepared, KayBee.
Well,
How do you think of all this?
there's so much food, and everybody's always hungry.
That's true.
All right. So everyone can take the effects of a short rest here. So if you'd like to heal hit points, you can spend hit die up to your level. And so everyone kind of hunkers down and has a meal. Takes off their boots.
So I'm going to take this opportunity to use my arcane recovery. Once per day, finish a short rest, I can recover a spell slot, a first level.
Okay. We'll say that the rest takes about 45 minutes here as you catch a breather after this combat that you recently had. You all realize that it's very quiet. You don't hear anything around you. You don't hear any birds. You don't hear any footsteps. It seems almost as if this place is abandoned. Okay, people are rolling hit dice to recover. Very good. So Finn and Pole in particular, you needed this. You needed to catch your breath. And this food is just hitting in all the right spots.
Yeah, I'm watching them as worried, hoping that they're feeling better.
Yeah, I would say probably for on Finn's and you know how sometimes like you just have like a bad day or you're feeling rough, whether it be physically, mentally, and then you just eat this food and it just hits, where like you're just surrounded in this bubble, with like there's nothing in this world anymore other than you and this piece of food, and this piece of food is just really, really delicious. It just makes you just feel overall just happier and better. That's what Finn is feeling right now.
Yeah, you ever have a meal like in real life and you feel like you actually regained hit points?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you feel in game. So
And after we do that,
Mhm.
Pole is going to inspire everyone again.
Yay!
Especially is going to do it very food related. That was so good. KayBee always makes and brings the best food. This is so cool. What a guy. Doesn't everyone feel real good? I feel like I could take on the world, man. It's great.
Yeah! Oh.
All right. Yeah. So spend 10 minutes invigorating your companions here. So each creature gains temporary hit points equal to your level plus your charisma modifier. So what is
14.
14? Okay. So please mark down that you have 14 temporary hit points until you take another short rest or long rest. That is a
Nice.
lot of hit points.
That is.
Yeah, it
that's,
is.
That's a good solid hit.
I think that temporary hit point saved Pole in the last fight.
Saved me too. One of the hits I think was 13 last time for me. So
So let's see. Hold on. Something. There we go. Okay. So feeling much better now, you all begin to hunker up, and now you have the barricade in front of you. KayBee, you are crafty enough to know exactly how to remove this. You probably have the tools, and it will be trivial, essentially.
Hey, I know we've been really quiet. I tried not to make too much slurping noise. I put my big ear on my big head on my small body up against the door and listen.
Yeah. Much like the most of your rest, there's no noise on the other side. There's
Okay,
no
start.
smell of anything cooking, etc. No signs of activity.
I tried to as quietly as possible remove the barricade with a crowbar.
You take your time. You're not in any rush. You're able to do this with no trouble whatsoever. So,
Garen helps as best he can.
okay. So as you do, you see it opens up into a pretty large that goes past the doorway there. What you see is essentially a catwalk. It seems almost as if the railing here must have broken off or deteriorated at some point. The most significant thing about this room as you sort of peer forward is that it opens up to the floor below. So what you see here towards the north side of the room is actually the floor underneath. And you can see from here, just peeping outside, that it looks like there's a dining hall down there.
does it look all that unsturdy?
Roll me an investigation check.
I can do that. 18.
18. Yeah, just looking at it, you can tell that it's pretty worn down. You want to be careful with this walkway. You get the sense that if 200 pounds or more accumulates all at once on this catway, it's going to break completely. So you want to go one at a time.
Hey, KayBee. Here, take this end of my rope. Garen hands KayBee one end of his rope, and then he ties the other end somewhere in here, so that we've also got something to hold on to if it breaks.
Sweet.
Tie it off somewhere down there.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Just in case, because I'd rather hold onto a rope and crawl over to the other side than fall through and
Exactly.
land on that. Well, no, it'd be the opposite of that. Dining room table. I don't know what would land on under there. I don't know if I want to find out.
So I take the rope and I tiptoe across, and occasionally I approach the ledge a little bit and look down, see if there's anything I can see down there, like any creatures, monsters.
So you're looking down. You see that there is a large hall which has a vaulted ceiling that rises up above you, about 15 feet. It's a 15-foot drop down. And you see in its center, there is an area dominated by a flagstone hearth at the north end. And you see that the balcony you're on is supported by rickety-looking posts. It does not look stable whatsoever. There are high windows set into the east and west walls, and you see that there are door-sized holes smashed through them on the other end of the balcony. The shattered remains of a large trestle table and a pair of benches litter the center of the room. You see broken crockery scattered about and chunks of old food.
Okay, so I go back to the wall and feeding the rope that Garen had given me. I continue tiptoeing and try to remain very observant as I make my way across. Peek in the doorway. If the coast is clear, I'm going to see what I can find to tie the rope off to.
Okay.
I don't know what this is right here.
That opens up for you. You peek around the corner here and you can see that this opens up into another large chamber. This up here is a balcony and this is a railing. You can see past it and then you see the set of stairs that go down. This is probably how you access the second floor through the main doorway. Looking down, you see that this is also a vaulted chamber. The balcony itself is about 10 feet above the floor, and it rises 20 feet high above you. So you're kind of like closer to the ground than you are like in the middle in this area. You see that there's below, kind of tucked into the corner here, a rusty metal tub with a broken wooden frame standing near the staircase. There are splatters of blood and signs of a recent struggle.
Okay. So I'm gonna check the railing in front of me, wiggle it a little bit and see if it's loose, or if it's solid. I may have to check a couple posts, but I'm trying to find a solid post, something that seems to be, maybe strong enough to hold somebody. Could be heavy hanging off the rope if the floor gives out. And then I'm gonna tie the rope around the base, the bottom of the post, where it's probably a little more sturdy. I use my massive intellect and engineering skills to choose a good post.
Yeah, you're absolutely able to find the structure and the integrity of the stuff here is very sturdy. You feel confident.
Then I give it 2 thumbs up back to Garen once it's tied in a double knot.
Yeah, and Garen's got his end tied likely on like a torch sconce coming out of the wall or on the ladder. And then he gives a thumbs up. All right, keep a hold of the rope so you don't fall through, and we go across one at a time. Who wants to be next?
I can go next.
Okay.
And Finn will walk across, I guess, grabbing hold of the rope. I suppose, do I make it over okay?
Yep. As you're walking across, you hear it creaking underneath you, but it doesn't feel like it's going to give way, especially if you're going one at a time. You think it's going to be totally fine.
I'll get over here and I'll say, yeah, I think one at a time, I think we'll be fine.
Right. Paul, you want to go next?
Sure, I can go.
Okay, same thing. It creaks a little bit underneath you, but you're able to go through with no problem.
And Garen will follow after Paul.
Okay. As the group of you gather here on the left side of that catway, you see that the door to this room here is open.
Garen will come over and quietly open it slowly to see what he can see inside.
Okay. Yeah, so the door is already open, and as you approach it closer, you can see that there is the detached head of a mace being used as a doorstop to hold it open. This room here is modestly furnished. You see a cot, a table, a chest, and a chair. There's an oddly shaped basin on the table, with a small piece of mirror hanging from the wall above it.
Garen would go over and check those out. Anything special he might notice?
Okay. Yeah, so Garen, the group of you see Garen kind of wander into the room slowly, beginning to check it out. What does everyone else want to do?
Stay at the ready, kind of looking back down over the rail, watching the entranceways. So I guess, is this a door over here? What is this?
Yes, so this is a door. This is a door. Here, I'll reveal it a little more. So
I'm sure Garen spotted the blood on the wash tub at the bottom of the stairs.
it would be
almost
pretty
instantly.
noticeable. Yeah. Especially with your incredibly high, your 21 passive perception or whatever.
22, actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So what I want to get an idea of what's simultaneously happening as Garen's investigating.
Paul's gonna come over to the door and take a look at what Garen's doing.
Okay.
Oh, blood. Oof.
What about Finn?
Probably is going, sees that 3 of them are down there. He's going to do a little investigation of his own. He's going to kind of go up to this door. Does it appear locked, or are we going to try and jingle the handle?
You see that this room the door is closed. It doesn't seem locked.
And I will go ahead and try and open the door then.
Okay.
As quietly as I can.
You see kind of like a large room, and the dominating feature of this room are these slits in the northern walls. You can see that they are probably meant to be used defensively. You can probably shoot some arrows through them. Arrow slits in the walls make the room a bit drafty. There are holes that open up in the floor, overlooking the entryway to the floor below. You see that there is a fireplace set on the southern wall, and there's a dusty iron kettle close by. So this feature here, it looks like there's holes in the floor. So you can look down.
Are there holes in there because of them? Does it look like it's, I guess he'll move a little closer to them. Can he see if like it's decay? Is it maybe the same reason why the other ceiling had been broke down? Because they were planted in there? Is there anything I can do with an investigation to figure that out?
Yeah, you can roll investigation for sure. They definitely look crafted. It is intentional design here.
Oof.
With a 7, even with a 7, you get the sense that there's a purpose for it. It's not something that was like suddenly crafted very quickly. The floor has been cut out, and this is a design of the room.
Okay, so it was purposely put there. All right, and then because I don't really want to go any further than that, because I don't know if one little step would cause me to go through the floor or not, because since I don't really know for sure what the case of it is, and knowing that the wrong amount of steps or the wrong amount of weight would have sent us careening down, I'm not gonna probably mess with it more.
Yeah. So these little tokens here that say F, you see that there are small trap doors. Like, they're not traps, they're little doors you can open to go down.
Okay.
KayBee, I see you are creeping closer.
Yeah, KayBee's worried because, excuse me, Finn disappeared into the room, and we're walking into the unknown. We've seen some enemies here, and just I don't want Finn to be left alone to where he might be vulnerable. So I was just kind of worried about him. So I stepped forward just to watch, make sure he was okay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. I don't know how to investigate. Apparently, I fumbled and I still detected. Man, this space is so dusty.
KayBee rolled a 1 and still got a 12.
Yeah.
A fumble
Investigation
with a
is to KayBee as perception is to Garen.
Yep.
It's the same thing. You see
Yeah, my
a deliberate.
passive is 21.
Yeah.
You see deliberate holes have been crafted into the design of this room.
You okay, Finn?
Yeah. I was just about to exit the room, and I just wanted to see what was up here. It does seem like those are man-made and they're put in there. Although I don't know that I don't know how sturdy they would be, because it seems to be broken, almost like the bridge that we walked. You know, right around a weight or whatever could send everyone careening or whatever the case. And then he'll point over next to him, and I go, "There's a trapdoor there, and I believe there's a trapdoor across from where the beams were. I thought I saw one, but again, I didn't want to walk too close to the beams in case that was even more, you know, even less weight would take it to careen down."
You can re-roll that investigation as Finn takes the time to point out everything. Okay, a 16.
I nod my head.
Yeah, as Finn is pointing all these things out, you put the pieces together and you realize, oh, that fireplace in the corner of the room over there, that kettle, they definitely boil oil there. And these holes are definitely for pouring oil when someone's trying to come through the front door.
Yeah, it looks like a fortress in a way, but it's supposed to be an abbey, which is like a religious enclave or a church kind of thing. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Looks like we're stacking up more blessings. Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ooh, everyone's got like 2 blessings now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's got two
Excellent.
now.
We're gonna need it. So as we pop on over, the two of you are kind of
Excellent.
looking around, investigating, trying to see what's up.
Mhm.
Paul, you were coming up on Garen. Garen has gone up to the desk here and is investigating this strange basin and this hanging piece of mirror. You see that, by you I mean Garen. Garen, you see that the metal basin has water in it, and there is a bronze straight razor that's right next to it. Closer inspection reveals that this basin, the reason it looks so funny is because it's a helmet.
Huh.
And there's just blood because someone cut themselves shaving. It's not anything that dangerous at all, right?
Well, I didn't think that she said there was any blood in here
Oh, there's not blood in here. There's blood by the stairs in the big room here
on the first floor.
on the first floor.
Oh.
Here, I will.
So they didn't even cut themselves shaving. Not bad.
Mace head.
Blood.
Intriguing. Peculiar. Not sure what to make of this yet. Someone that would use someone that would use a mace head for a doorstop and a helmet for basin.
You can roll me an investigation check if you like.
Alright, Garen's not as good at that, but I think I'll use one of my blessings too.
Yeah. Wow.
Ooh,
Excellent.
nice.
That is a
Nice.
crit. Okay. So you use one of your blessings. You get a 26 here. You look closer at the helmet and you realize that when you turn it up right, that there are cavorting dolphins born on the sides of it. Why would a helmet have dolphins on it?
Didn't we hear this abbey was dedicated to Krokan, the god of the sea?
It was. You have a creeping suspicion that this might be an important item.
and they shouldn't be using it as a wash basin. It's a proper relic, that is. You should, we should clean it up.
Garen picks it up and cleans it because that's him. That's what he does. And then he puts it into his backpack to keep it.
Very good.
Mm.
Other than that, you see in the room there's a table, a chest, a chair, a cot.
No, nothing else special or out of place.
Depends on what you want to look at.
I mean, at a glance with Garen's crazy perception.
Yeah, at the glance, you just see those items. You see that there's a set of sandals next to the chest. And yeah.
Sandals don't strike Garen as unusual.
They look really old, if it matters.
Yeah. And unless you do a lot of walking, that's usually what you wear. Alrighty. Found a strange helmet with dolphins on it. Since this abbey is dedicated to Procan, I believe it might be of some importance. Otherwise, nothing really to report in here.
We could look inside that chest and see if there's anything.
Yeah. You're right. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Garen will head over. He's going to check it over for traps
Okay.
and see if it's locked.
Go ahead and use me some thieves' tools.
All right.
Okay, 21. You look over it. It's unlocked. There are definitely no traps.
All right. Garen opens it.
As you open it, you see that there are some clothes folded very neatly inside. And on top of the clothes, there is a religious icon set that is set with 14 small diamonds, 2 blocks of amber, and a anchor.
Garen would pick it up. He looks over. Any of you more skilled at religion than me?
I can try.
Garen hands it over.
Yeah, so take a look at it, and whether historical or religion, I'll try to see what might be relevant from what I can determine.
Okay.
I've got points in both.
All right. You can, depending on which one you want to roll, you get different information. History or religion.
History? Yes, history. Bam,
Yeah, history.
22.
Okay, 22. You are able to identify this is a religious icon set. You're not terribly sure the religious significance of it whatsoever, but it's pretty obvious with the anchor that this is related to Procan. And more importantly, the diamonds and the amber and this unusual token that makes the front of it, they all look extremely valuable. They are precious cuts. So you get the sense that the set of icons in your hand essentially are probably worth like close to 1,500 gold.
I'll pass back the anchor that he had shared. I'll say, I don't know if these people are still here, but they might want their stuff. And then I immediately turn around and I toss the bed. I completely
Garen's
sheets
trying
and
best to-
blankets and pillow and flip the mattress, and I just look over the entire area.
Garen's trying to
Fight.
avoid impact, and KB's just tossing the place.
And then
Paul's
if I find
grab
nothing,
a pillow and start hitting KayBee with it.
yeah, hey, come on now.
KayBee, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
The worst.
16. Cole, go ahead and roll me sleight of hand.
Oh,
18.
Bam.
Oh no!
You hit KayBee with a pillow.
Vanquished.
Take 1 point of floof damage.
As you toss the bed, you find the broken handle of a mace.
Interesting. Okay, I'll balance that on the little bedpost, the corner of this little bed, and then I'll proceed to reassemble the bed. And I snap the sheet and the blanket to make a perfect military square.
Nice.
Are you going to fix this mace too, KayBee?
Start fiddling with it.
You want to repair it?
I don't assume I can do it instantaneously, but if it's
No.
a simple fix,
No, you get the sense that you'll have to either have a small forge or you'll have to have like magic glue or something.
Easy.
fresh out of magic glue.
I was just gonna say I wouldn't put it past KayBee to have magic glue on him.
Yeah. Okay. So KayBee makes the bed and you can add broken mace pieces. Well, do you want to pick up the head?
I guess I looked the pieces over. If it looks like it might be something of any value, perhaps.
When you look at it, it doesn't seem particularly remarkable.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother. That mace head now has a purpose, very specific purpose. It's a doorstop.
Mm-hmm.
That actually kind of manifests a whole different mojo in the mace. It has a purpose now, a new
True.
purpose. So
You don't want to take that away from
you don't
it.
want, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Garen has put the religious amulet into his backpack as well with the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
If they do find the owner of these items, he can return them. If not, he can find a new owner for them.
Okay. So just to clarify, you take the diamonds, the amber, and the anchor?
Yes, I thought they were all one amulet.
No. So it's like
No.
a set of icons.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
a bunch of like stuff.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he's pocketed all of them then.
Okay, cool. I'm
Think.
going to put this into the chat because I'm going to forget.
Nothing else of interest at the desk.
You look at the desk. You see a name. The name is, there's a small bronze plate set into the desk. It's a bit of a nicer desk, but it's still modest. And the nameplate reads Chaplain Aloran. This name is foreign to you.
I write that in my book.
You think that was the guy that got killed?
The guy that got killed up in the tower that I spied, I think I probably was in 10 or 15. Well, friend was within 10 or 15 feet, I think. Was that close enough and well enough illuminated that I could see if they... I know they looked like they were maybe clergy robes. Did they look young? Did they look old?
They look like they were middle-aged.
Any holy symbols on them that I remember?
You didn't get a good look at them, and they were pretty literally torn open.
Gotcha.
So it was just gore and viscera everywhere.
I don't know.
Where to next?
Follow Pole.
Conga line forms behind Pole. Pole, do you take the pillow or do you leave it? You'll leave the pillow? Okay. I think you're muted.
You're muted.
I'll just leave it and I'll go up to this door.
Okay.
Maybe there's somebody here.
Right. Move up No, sir. Okay.
Do a listen.
You listen, hear nothing. The door opens without any trouble whatsoever. Much like the same, you actually see arrow slits to the south, so you should actually be able to see through. You just see the top of the building, the back, the perimeter, essentially. As you look out, you don't see anything moving outside. In this chamber here, you see there's a door to the north and a door to the west.
Well, why don't we see what's in this one?
Hey, you open the door. Let's see. Oops, how do I cancel that? Whatever. Okay.
Ooh.
You see a much larger room. A partial wall divides this chamber into two sections. You see that there are 2 arrow slits set in the west wall. There is a fireplace to the north, and there are several tables that crowd this room. You see they are all covered with sheafs of paper, quills, ink pots, candles, and a few bound books. Numerous uncomfortable-looking stools stand around them. One of the ink pots has been overturned, resulting in a large black stain on the tabletop.
Looks like an educated room.
Probably still dangerous around here. We can check our papers later.
Yeah, but there's still something to learn. That ink was spilled. They were surprised.
I guess go and take a look. Is the ink spill recent? Is the ink wet?
No, it's not wet.
Okay. And I guess glance at the papers. What do they seem to be about in general?
In general, they seem to be philosophical papers, illuminating other texts, copy manuscripts. This seems to be a scriptorium, which makes sense since it's a hermitage. Can I get perception checks from Pol, Garen, and Finn as KB's looking at these papers? That's a 3 from Pol, a 15 from Garen, and an 8 from Finn.
Can I use one of my blessings to reroll?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
A 21. Okay. Finn,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you get to do an action for everyone else.
Oh.
Shit.
I need everyone to select your tokens, please, and roll me some initiative. No reason.
At all. Never.
15
Nope.
game.
Yay.
That's literally 3 15s in a row for Garen.
Okay. All right. I do this. All right. Finn, as KB is looking at the papers, you see something moving. See something dark and long, slithering from underneath the table, heading directly towards KB. What do you want to do?
I'm probably gonna do yeah, okay. I'm gonna run up, go past KayBee and go, look out! And I'll go up to the thing, because it was where I was standing was 25 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I can run up to it, and I'm going to bonk it with my great club.
Okay.
Where are you? There you are.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh,
all right.
no. That is a nat 1.
It's a 7. Oh.
Okay. You run up, you say, look out, and you swing your great club. You miss terribly. It smashes into the floor, but you do have an extra attack if you want to use it.
I think maybe I was just more concerned about making sure KayBee was out of the way, and I was kind of swinging wildly, was kind of nervous. Maybe I'd accidentally bonk KayBee or something, but this one I'm paying better attention, I hope. No, I'm not.
Wow.
What the hell?
Another nat 1. Holy shit. I think maybe there's like just a little too much panic in this moment. You swing wildly. You try to like sweep up your arm to do like a follow-up attack, but it moves too quickly. It doesn't matter that it's extremely large. It's also extremely fast. Unfortunately, that will be the end of your turn.
It's sneaky like a snake.
Pole, it is your turn.
Well, what does it look like?
Yes. So this creature is an enormous snake. You can see that it is probably, oh god, I don't even know how long snakes are. If it were to rear up, it would easily tower over any horse. It is extremely long, extremely thick, and it looks to be... Go ahead and roll me a nature check. A 5. Okay. It's a snake. It's a very big snake.
Well, I can talk to snakes, so I'm going to try and talk to it.
Okay. Speak with animals is an action. All right. So you cast this. What do you want to say to it?
Hey, we didn't mean to alarm you. What's happening in here? Is this your nest?
It responds in a way that only you can hear, and it hisses. It says, "Death. Death. Delicious death."
Well, the snake's cuckoo, everybody. It's not going to listen to reason. Wants to kill everything, I think. And then Paul will walk up to it.
Okay.
And yeah, actually, he's gonna go up, stand on top of this table.
All right. You clamber up onto the table. The wood creaks underneath you, but it's sturdy enough to hold. Anything else for your turn?
That's it.
Okay. KayBee, there is a brush against the back of your neck, a bristling of the hairs there as you suddenly realize, oh my gosh, there's a creature that was about to spring onto me. What do you want to do onto your turn?
That's okay, Finn. I'll save you. I start running forward. As a bonus action, I unleash my blade song. So there's a sharp move of my weapons as I draw my sword and my dagger. And as my action, I go, huh! And as I cast the spell, it is enlarge, reduce. And suddenly now I double in height. I'm now 5.5 feet tall. And I'm kind of wide.
You're a medium creature now.
I'm a medium creature. So I'm medium creature. In my damage output, I have advantage on strength ability checks, and my damage output increases. And then I use my action surge because I'm ready for a fight. Let me mark that off. So for my action, I'm going to attack.
All right.
So, short sword.
29
And
is a hit. Armor class
Not-
13.
So I get an extra die 4 on that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I attack a second attack. It's 14 hit.
Yep, armor class 13.
So my total damage is 13, 27, 29.
29 damage.
Yeah, and I guess I don't actually get my dagger attack because I already used my bonus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you bring your short sword down, you smash it into it. It hisses out in pain, and you both hear a thump and a thump in turn. Interesting. Garen,
Oh,
it's
dear.
your turn.
We is not dealing with one snake, I think. So, yep. Garen is going to take aim at the snake. I'm assuming it's aware of him.
Yes. It is
Okay.
looking directly in your
All
line
right.
of sight.
Oh. That means it's a normal hit if he hits. So, attacking. Oh, so
24 is a hit.
it's there is one in there. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
Oh. So it's 27 damage.
Your arrow strikes true and it thunk, smashes into the snake here, and it hisses again, and you hear another thump, thump.
Oh my.
Anything else?
I think Garen is going to step around this corner a little bit more to try to get out of line of sight and roll a stealth because Garen likes to try to get that assassinate.
Okay.
27.
All right. You draw yourself into the shadow here. Then, very suddenly, you see other shapes moving, slithering across the floor here as this snake moves behind Finn. It will go for Pole here. It will attempt to bite you. Oh, why does that? Hold on. Don't whisper to me. Don't whisper to never whisper to me. Okay. Bite.
You don't want roll 20 whispering sweet nothings to you?
I rolled a 21, but I had to re-roll and it got a 12. So a 12 presumably misses Pole.
It does, barely.
Okay. This snake comes careening out from under the table, launches towards you, Pole, and you manage to dive out of the way. It slams into the wall here, and then there's a terrible shaking of the room as this happens. You will see then this snake will try to move here. This will get a attack of opportunity from Pole if you want to use it.
He doesn't even have a weapon.
Okay. So it moves slightly to the side, and it will try to attack KayBee with a bite. Wow, I rolled snake eyes. Wow.
I think he's embarrassed, or they are embarrassed.
Wow. That's wild. I think they're disoriented. I think you can see that their senses are befuddled from the massive attacks that they took. That'll be the end of their turn. You see this snake here definitely move around and will come right up to KayBee. 14.
Tell me what you got. With Blade Song, my armor class is 23.
Okay. It tries to lunge at you. You parry?
I dance.
Dance. You
Blade
dance out of the
Song,
way.
baby.
Nice. Finn, it is now your turn.
Would they, Yeah, I don't have the whole. I don't know why. Oh, because it isn't lit. But they're within. I'm gonna put this in chat. They're within 5. Yeah, they're both within 5 feet of me, right?
Yes.
So want to use my Horde Breaker ability that I have. Once on each of your turns, when you have a weapon attack, you can make the same attack to the same weapon against different creatures within 5 feet. So my idea will be to boom, boom, and then boom, boom again.
Mm-hmm. So it will only work one
Oh,
time.
Sorry. Okay, yeah. Then I'll bonk both of them on
You
this
can do
first
a
try.
boom boom and then just a regular boom.
Boom. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is red dot bloodied?
Red dot. I was just trying to differentiate them. So
Yeah,
they have red eyes, yellow eyes, green eyes.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit red and yellow.
Okay. 11 unfortunately is not a hit.
Ah.
But you can try to hit again, and then you can activate Horde Breaker.
Okay. I've got 2 more. Screw it. Okay, this one I'm gonna use advantage.
Okay, blessing. All right.
My blessing. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yep, burn a blessing. Go ahead and roll again. Okay,
Yay.
21. All right. Make another attack. Okay, so the 21 hits. You do 6 bludgeoning damage here to the one with red eyes. You smash your great club into it, and then that will give you another free attack onto the yellow one. So go ahead and roll again. A 12 is unfortunately not a hit. Your great club, as you do this mighty swing, it grazes over the back of the creature, and you unfortunately are unable to hit it. Very close though.
Darn it.
Well, you can try again next time.
Mm-hmm.
Cole, it is your turn.
Yeah, Paul's gonna turn to the one that came up behind them, the one with the green eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and says, "You, green means go. You go back to your snake hole." And he's going to cast Banishment.
Oh. Okay. It needs to make a charisma saving throw. It rolled a 14.
It's not enough.
Not enough. There is a distinct pop as it suddenly disappears. Anything else
That's
for
it
you?
for Paul.
Okay. KayBee, it is your turn.
Time for me to clean this up. I'm going to focus. Get 3 attacks, 2 short sword, 1 dagger. I'm going to start with short sword on red eyes.
Mm-hmm. 15's a hit.
Nice. Plus an extra die for damage. That'll be a total 13 damage for that attack.
Okay.
How's it looking?
You slice into it. It hisses. It rears up, readying another strike.
I do it again.
Oh my gosh.
Not a d4. Actually, a second d4 because all dice are doubled on a crit. So the first attack did 13. Second attack did 12, and 2 is 14. Is it still in the fight?
Hold on. This doesn't look right. It looks like you're supposed to do more damage than this. 1d6.
That was a lot of ones.
Oh, I see the crit. Okay, you rolled
The crit. I rolled a 1 on the crit.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, because it's only a short sword.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And the extra d4 is because it's a bigger short sword.
What does it look like?
Yeah, so I think it's like hovering with its face right in front of my friend. And I'm like, no, this ain't happening. Finn has done so much to protect me. And he's one of my best friends. I got a bunch of best friends, but he's my best friend who's here now when I need him. So it's like, no. So I poke one eye, then I poke the other eye, and it goes real deep. Squish.
There's a squelching noise, and then it drops bodily to the ground.
And then I turn and I crouch. My dagger lashes out at the belly of the yellow.
Okay.
And for this one, I'm going to use a blessing.
Okay. Thank you for the blessings, chat.
Thank you for the blessings. It's only a 30 on the attack roll.
That's a hit.
Uh-huh.
Oh my.
For
10 damage.
no, it wasn't a crit, almost a crit.
Dang.
Total 10 damage.
You slice deeply into its underbelly. It's angry now.
Oh, come on.
Anything else for you?
That's my turn.
Okay, Garen, it is your turn.
All right. Garen steps back around the corner. He heard the distinctive pop of Bull's signature move and knows what it means. He sees the one laying flat, and so he immediately trains in on yellow and fires.
Okay.
And I'm assuming it's unaware of me this time?
Yes.
Yes. If it hits, it crits.
That's absolutely a hit.
So that's all right. So double that. 26 times 2 is 52, and then I get to roll
I think it's
2.
actually just the dice are doubled, not the modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just the dice. Yeah, you're right. So
That'd be 12 plus
yes.
17 times 2. 32. 40.
40. No, it'd be 34 plus 12, 46.
46 damage. Holy shit! What the?
Still good. And then I get to re-roll one of those ones. And an extra dice 6 for Piercer.
Mm-hmm.
So another 6 damage.
Okay.
Or no, another 5 damage.
Okay, so that's 51 damage, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Okay. You strike it in such a way that arrow goes straight into its mouth, and you can see the arrow coming out the back of its body, but it's still up and it's still alive. But you can tell that this is a lot of damage that it just took.
Get wrecked, son. And then Garen's gonna step back around the corner and hide again.
Okay. All right. It is now the snake's turn. It disappeared from the tracker because it's yep. Attack you. I'm gonna roll the dice. It
Do a
is
little
you.
dance.
That's so funny.
I
Tries
may
to
be a little
attack
bit
you.
shorter than everybody else. Maybe I'm still kind of morsel-ish.
It rolled a 24.
Shield. There's a boing. It's like as I make a pattern in the air with my dagger, and it causes this leaf-like grid globe of white light kind of flash around me for a moment, and I get this bubble. I'm a not so little man in a bubble.
Yeah. You see this massive mouth just whoosh, repel off of you.
I burn a spell slot for that, and my armor class is 28 until the end of the round.
Oh wow. Okay. The other giant coral snake just kind of exists out of space and time. Maybe it's on a nice beach. Maybe it's in a much happier place. It'll be back in 9 rounds. All right.
I told it to go back to its snake hole.
Yeah, you did.
You did. Finn, it's your turn.
Well, Garen did a load of damage to this, but let's see if one more bunk can do this.
Damn. Your dice are cursed. That's an
Right?
11.
This is the real life rolling now. That's great. Well, what the hell? Yay!
A 20 hits. Ooh.
Oh no.
Okay, you do 10 bludgeoning damage. You smash it down, cries out in pain. Its eyes look hatefully towards you. Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Okay.
And nothing I can do.
Hole, it is your turn.
Paul will go, hey, KayBee, hit him right here, and he's gonna assist.
Okay. All right. KayBee, it's your turn. Pole is distracting it. So you get to roll at advantage.
So Pole had pointed at a spot. And I kind of like extend my sword and kind of just make a little cross in the air, like where I'm going to poke it with that guidance. Let's start with short sword.
It's
Big
not
poke.
guidance, it's a help action.
Yeah.
Help action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, advantage.
Advantage. Much better than guidance.
Bam.
Hey,
It
22
is
is
much
a hit.
better. It made all the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is 14 points.
All right. It looks extremely wobbly, but it's still up.
Second blow.
Tell me what this looks like.
So I think where Pole had told me to, where he pointed, you see now there's effectively a little plus sign. There's a vertical stab and then there's a horizontal stab. And the snake looks down at it. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly where I was told. And I turned to Pole and I clap him on the back as we stand shoulder to shoulder, like peers even.
As it crashes down, you know it's only going to be moments before the other snake returns.
Right, so I dash over here to the side, I think right there, boom.
Okay. Yeah,
So it'll be
effectively we're
surrounded.
kind of out of combat, so we'll just
Yeah.
kind of cycle back to the top of the turn order. Everyone can reposition as they like. And
I shrink.
yeah,
Garen gets in position, and he's actually going to ready an action. Soon as it's back, he's going to fire.
okay. Yeah, y'all can essentially ready actions if you like. There's a distinct as it returns, popping back into existence. Pole, do you want to ready an action?
Yeah, just readying to assist KayBee again.
Okay, so
This one, same place, buddy.
KayBee, it's your turn. You get advantage.
I'm learning. So 13 damage with
Okay.
my readied action.
Okay. You attack it, it hits. The creature looks extremely disoriented, and it smells of ginger.
Big jump. Ginger.
Yeah. All right,
Ooh,
Garen, your
smells like
readied
lunch.
action
Right?
triggers. Ooh. That's a hit with a 20, a
Yep.
dirty 20.
Yep.
So that is going to be... I'm gonna be real. Every time it's your turn in combat, I'm like, numbers. I don't want to do math.
I'm going to
The
reroll
24?
that. 24, yep.
Okay, do
Reroll
your
that
reroll.
one.
Yeah.
So 27 damage.
Okay, thank you. A solid strike. And it doesn't get this readied action. Finn, readied action. You have to do one thing.
Bonk.
Okay, bonk it. 17's a hit.
Yay!
You do 4 damage.
I'm contributing.
Hey, every little bit counts.
It does.
I'm just liking that I've got a good roll again.
Yeah.
Okay, top of the
Oh, wow.
order. We're back in regular combat. Pole, it is your turn.
Get him again. I'm gonna assist again.
Okay, KayBee.
So bonus action to once again activate Blade Song, which
Mhm.
is essential mojo. And then as an action, I'll attack with my short sword twice.
Okay.
Stabbing
Armor class is
once.
13. That's a hit with a 25. And
Stabbing
another
twice.
25.
Says a slish and a slash.
Is a 23 damage.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It looks extremely unwell. You see it bleeding from several injuries, and it seems unsure of who to strike next. Garen, it is your turn.
All right. Garen is going to fire at it again. So.
Yeah, that's more enough. You don't have to do math. What does this look like?
All right. So it's wobbling and woozy, and as Garen looses the arrow and it swings its head back around just in time to catch the arrow right in the eye. And it braves itself all the way in. causing it to crumple straight to the ground.
With one last exhale, the snake falls, and again, silence pervades the area.
I thought they're going to try to swallow me, but nah, not today.
Garen
we,
is going to poke his head around here and look to see if there's anyone, see or hear anyone coming up towards us after
Okay.
that racket.
Perception check. 16. You don't hear anything, you don't see anything. It is as you have left it.
I mean, why would there be three big snakes in this little room? It doesn't make any sense.
Maybe they want to give him a giant snake pit.
Take a
But
look
then
under the
it's
table.
not a pit.
Where were they hiding under the table? Inside the table? Is there a hole under the table?
You don't see a hole, but you do see that perhaps they were lurking in this chamber. They seem to have gotten quite comfortable here in the absence of people. Looking around, you can see that there are rat corpses.
Well, shall we toss this room about and see if there's anything good in here? Or is it just paper?
And
Hey,
maybe
this
there's
way.
something interesting. Where did the people go? Give it a good thorough look.
Okay. The group of you spend about 30 minutes scouring the room and you don't find anything.
Nope, just looks like the snakes took this place over, it seems.
Does any of the
Yes.
written material kind of speak to interesting lore? Like what they're studying here? Do they have a particular discipline? Something? Does their academic endeavor seem to be wholly administrative?
Roll me investigation.
I like investigation. 24.
24. You can tell that these pieces that are in this room are incomplete, and it kind of makes sense that perhaps the way that scriptoriums work, they're stored somewhere else. This is just where the work is done. As you look over them, you can see that they are mostly just philosophical, religious. So, who writes the books? It's the monks.
So does it seem like everything is appropriate for Procan? Nothing that seems out of place?
Nothing that seems out of place. You can see a lot of it is just making copies of books. But it seems like anything that must have been completed is stored somewhere else. It's not here. This is just a workshop.
Cool.
Well, that's enough of that. Let's see what's in here.
So, by the way, Garen, I'm not sure if Garen would necessarily know this, but I know that for wild animals to move into a home, it's been abandoned for an extended period. But I'm not sure if Garen would recognize that.
If you want to roll a survival check, I think that would be fine.
Nope, Garen doesn't recognize that.
That one.
What is with all the ones today from
Oh.
everyone?
Oh, remember you said it's a full moon today.
Oh,
Yeah, the full moon.
Yeah.
I'll blame it. Yeah.
The moon is full of ones.
Alrighty. Yep. So Garen will go with Pull.
Okay. Pull effectively opens this door here. It opens without any trouble. You see another walkway. What the heck? It kind of just looks outside as well. Zoom out the map. As you're kind of entering this part of the hallway, you see that this is definitely a battlement of some kind. A walkway open to the sky, so you can see the sky overhead, and you see that it's starting to get a little dark. It overlooks a grotto formed by the rocky peak of the island and the Hermitage's walls. Leading up to the Hermitage is a large tower on the west side. A crenellated battlement blocks the walkway and is set with arrow slits. So you see that there's essentially a tower in front of you, Pole.
These arrow slits, we look out of them. Looks like there's some trees out there.
I think that's overlooking the assassin vines.
Yes, let me actually clear up the map.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to think about that. So I'm gonna open this door.
Okay. Let's maybe a lit for you. Hold on, I want to make it a little pretty.
Well, opportunity to take a closer look at that corpse, but
Anything in this space?
Yes. Okay. As you enter into this part of the tower, you see that there are bundles, barrels, and boxes piled haphazardly across the room. A narrow path leads through the clutter to a staircase curving along the chamber's inner wall. Stairs rise to an open trapdoor in the ceiling. Many, many barrels and boxes in here.
So I'm presuming the trapdoor is actually down from where we are. We're up at the top.
No, you're
Or
at the
there's
bottom.
more up? Ah,
Yep.
okay.
Yes. The stairs go up, and there's a trap door at the top of the stairs that is open.
this is where friend scouted for us.
Right. And they got in trouble. It's a
Mhm.
dangerous place.
Oh, I think it
I
was
think
the
the
assassin
assassin
vines.
vines killed friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true. This is where we found that guy, then. All right, let's go up
Yeah.
and check it out.
Bull starts heading up the stairs. You have to kind of push your way through the barrels and boxes to make your way up. Everyone following?
I'm following.
Garen is.
Short legs in the rear.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to slow anybody down.
Okay. 1 second. Lump all of you. Yeah. So I can move us to. All right. You slowly climb your way up the stairs and you make your way onto the 3rd floor of the tower. As you do, you can see that there is a cast iron potbelly stove squat in the north part of this tower. See that its stovepipe is extending out of the arrow slit to the north. The wooden frames and slats of an old bed are pushed up against a spiral staircase that rises to a trapdoor in the ceiling, leading to the open belfry above. So you can feel the breeze of the open belfry wafting down. Under an arrow slit, looking towards the island's western peak, a dusty desk is covered in debris and fresh bird droppings. Hinges hang on either side of the arrow slit, indicating at one time they had shutters to keep out the elements, but they are not here anymore. A section of the wall to the southwest has collapsed inward. You can see that it opens up to a rocky slope of the island's hill 10 feet below. it smashed the remains of what was a chair.
Hmm.
So even at a glance, you can tell that someone lived here.
Recently.
Roll me an investigation check.
26.
With a 26, no.
Okay. Looks like it's been a while. Check out the potbelly stove.
Okay.
I think that's what you said. It's on the north.
Yeah. Check out the stove. What is everyone else doing?
Well, I think Garen's going to check out the rest of this. Also
Okay.
mention, be careful of where we're walking. If that wall is collapsing, the rest of this may be on its way.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me investigation. And as you do that, what do Finn and Pole want to do?
Pole's gonna
Finish.
go to the belfry. It's gonna open up the
Alright.
trapdoor and go up there.
Okay. The pole just starts clambering on up. Clump, clump, clump.
I think Finn is just kind of looking at the looking at the wall, kind of looking at how it's collapsed, kind of looking up since Pole went above. He's gonna look at kind of where the ceiling is. Does it look like from where I stand that there might be like a dip, or there might be like a spot not to stand on up there, where like a little bit of weight or a certain amount of weight could just collapse it in?
You can roll survival or investigation here.
Survival, I'm proficient in that. Apparently not.
With an
8.
8, just kind of glancing over it, it seems like it's gonna be fine. You kind of put two together, like if, you know, where you found the dead body is potentially where the Periaton was living, it would have been able to hold the weight of that creature. So Pole is probably okay, question mark.
Okay. And then with that information, he'll probably also just follow behind Pole and go up the stairs.
Okay, you clump, clump, clump up. As you go over to the stove, KayBee, you can see that the stove hasn't been used in a really long time. A kick up of leftover coal and dust kind of kicks into your face, and it's very unpleasant. But you get the sense that this was probably used to cook food at some point. Not in a very long time.
No cookbook. Crappy spoon. Man. They could do better.
For Garen, with a 25, you look over the desk. You can see that the desk doesn't really have anything particularly interesting. From the window, you realize that there is an unusual amount of bird droppings by this window here. But you don't know why. And you can see that the shutters that used to once close on this have been ripped off. And it seems like they must have fallen off, perhaps from rust of time. There's a level of grime here that indicates that it has been abandoned for a while. You find something interesting, though. As you're kind of rifling through the desk, you realize there's something weird about the wall here next to the rubble. And you make your way over there and you begin to check it. And as you do, you find a hidden compartment.
All right. Garen will try to open it.
Okay, go ahead and roll me Thieves' Tools. Okay.
Only 17.
17. This seems like it's going to take a while. As you begin to kind of come closer, KayBee, you can see that Garen has found something. There's like a false brick front on some kind of hidden compartment here. Garen has taken it off and is now trying to get into this compartment. You see that the compartment has this delicate filigree on it. It seems almost as if it is embellished with some kind of interesting feature.
Oh, wait. That,
What?
careful, that might be like a magical word or something, a glyph.
Mm.
Take a real close look, whether use my investigative powers and/or my thieves tools, or maybe even do a partnering with Garen. I know he's the master and I'm the student, but together, maybe give me help action.
Yeah.
But first, try to assess it. Do I think it's something arcane?
It doesn't seem magical, but it is a specific design.
Can I determine the manufacturer, being a crafts person? Maybe it's Elvish, maybe it's something obscure, something Sul in origin.
Go ahead and roll me religion.
Man, I'm going to use my last blessing.
Okay.
So there. 26, baby.
Okay. With a 26, you kind of put some pieces together here, and you know that some religious organizations, yeah, you've got your clerics and all that, but some of them also have wizards. Some of them have spellcasters of different sorts that work with them. You get the sense that this belonged to someone of privilege, of station, someone of some pretty significant bearing, and this was a very good find. Whatever is in here, you want to pay close attention to.
Mad loot, Garen. Mad loot. It's all you, man.
All right.
I'll give him a help action.
Okay.
Since I'm also trained in tools.
Yeah, so Garen, go ahead and roll Thieves' Tools at advantage here.
27 this time.
27. With consideration of how of this being like an older design, perhaps it's a little more sophisticated even with its age, you go with a different approach and you begin to work the lock here. As it creeps open, you see that there is inside a lot of treasure.
Boy.
See a ring, 3 ounces of a black liquid, 3 ounces of a white liquid in a different thing, 3 potions that are blue, a rod, a paper boat, a small bag, and a small metal container. So there's
He's
a
going like this.
So I think the two of you kind of collaborate and you try to figure out what all this stuff is. And meanwhile, as you are doing that, you move on over here to the 4th floor. Okay. Pole and Finn. You've made your way back up to the belfry, to the belfry for the first time. Aw, friend's token still here. Nope.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's sad.
Very.
Delete it again. There's a breathtaking view all around you of the open sea and the distant coast. You can see the 4 stone corner posts of the belfry here, the conical slate roof that's above you 20 feet, and the crenellated battlement that you crossed over to get here. Most dominantly in this small cramped room is a human body, sprawled, the chest ripped open and the heart missing. You can see that there is a message written on the floor in chalk. Beware the sea killers. It's been written with great haste. Scratchy.
You know, Paul, this would be a This would be a great view to have without this body.
That's pretty nasty, mate. I don't know. The sea killers. You think those were those hags?
You know, I want to think that they are the hags, but I don't want to rule out there's something else we haven't quite bumped into yet.
You think, sea killers means that they are from the sea and they are killers, or do you think they kill the sea?
They could be. They could be people who are killers of the sea, like people who are taking revenge against people who've hurt the sea, damaged the sea.
Like people who throw garbage in it.
Yeah, maybe. Could be. It could also be the name of whatever.
Like a gang.
Yeah, a gang or a group of people that are together. They called themselves the Sea Killers
Oh,
to be
yeah.
cool or something. I don't know.
It's not
So
cool, man.
There's a whirlwind of possibilities. I kind of hope it is just the sea hags, but I don't know. It's Finn kind of just looks more into this body. Could he tell that there was more than just a sea hag that had done this?
So, looking at the person who died here, 100%, no question, they were killed by the Periaton.
It ate their heart.
Mm-hmm. So this would have been our fate if we didn't win.
Good thing we won, then.
Yes, good thing we won.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's nothing here, is there? Other than this dead body. Is there... So, they got clothes on. Have they got any pockets? Are they wearing anything that's like... You know... Got loot in it?
We can check.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation. We can say it's at advantage, one of you helping the other.
I'll help.
You could even check to see what they had for lunch.
Damn, that's cold.
But you can't know anything about the nature of their art. It's not there.
18. Okay, with an 18, you find that their pockets are mostly empty. You also find that they look a bit on the thin side. And I mean, obviously they're dead and they had their heart ripped out, but they kind of look like they were sick.
Well, I hope we don't get sick from it.
Yeah, no. I hope not either.
Better wash our hands after this.
Yeah.
Adventuring's dirty business.
I guess we take note. As I sort of kind of look around more of the room, is there really anything else to the room other than just the body?
No, you take some time to look around. You don't really see anything else. You see some bones of other creatures that might have been taken up here, but other than that, nothing.
Does this guy have this? His face? Does he look like this description of the guy that went missing, who was pulled out to this island?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes.
So you know that the guy you found on the beach was supposed to be from this island.
Right.
So it was strange that he was on the beach. And he seemed to be dead before the harpies got to him.
There was somebody though in the town that we were told they ran away. Was that the
It
same
was the
person?
same guy. Yeah,
Oh.
the guy from the beach.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, is this guy the only other name we have was that name of the cleric guy, right? From the library thing. Does this guy have any monograms on his robes?
No.
We tell no. All right.
No.
Does he look like an Oralon?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
The tattoos.
No tattoos, but the clothes are definitely something. They're almost identical to the ones that you found in that chest. Same quality.
Could be him then. All right. Well, take note of his description, and we can tell people in town
Yeah.
if anyone knows him.
Doesn't look like there's much up here more than what KayBee told us, so.
All right. Well,
Eventually, do we tromp up there as well?
It's up to you. You go
I was
up
gonna-
or they
I
go
was-
down.
I was gonna say I'd probably just meet you back down there, but whatever you'd prefer to do, KayBee.
Yeah, since KB had
Yeah.
only seen it through the eyes of a friend.
Yeah.
And if Pole points out that the guy looked like he was sick, I think that's of concern.
Okay, so we'll say that Garen and KB both eventually come clomping up.
So
Mhm.
I did get another additional blessing from Nexus. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm about to use it.
Before you
Oh.
come up, can I get a perception check from both KB and Garen?
No, I'm gonna use my last blessing on this one. 31 perception.
Jesus Christ.
Lord.
Okay,
goddamn.
you find a hidden panel inside of the compartment. There is a leather
Another-
backpack.
Oh, this one wasn't as challenging. As he pulls the backpack out and he opens it up.
secrets have secrets.
There's a journal.
Garen would start leafing through the journal.
Okay. You kind of skim through it, and it seems to belong to someone named Arceus.
Yes.
The journal
guess you're
relates
Arceus.
to numerous assignments and duty stations while being a member of the military. It also includes notes about different sunken ships that this person explored in the surrounding bay and its tributary rivers. The final entry on the list gives the location of a boat. A lot of this journal is moldy and illegible. You have to leaf through it. It has holes in information. The last few pages are intact. They seem to have been written several years ago. They read, "Our worst fears are confirmed. Virgil has brought word of danger. A war galley, fully loaded with pirates, approaches from the southwest. It flies the flag of the raiders and bears the name of the cursed ship, Tamarot. We must prepare what feeble defense we can muster. Woe to the folk of the coast at the approach of this bloody tide." A few pages are missing. Then it reads, "Miracle of miracles. The Storm Lord has answered our prayers of our illustrious chaplain. A furious storm blew in from the open sea and swept the war galley to its doom. But I believe that the vessel went down near the Pit of Hatred, an ill-starred undersea chasm 2 miles south of Firewatch Isle. This does not bode well, for it is said that the rift is a passage to a source of interminable evil that was long ago sealed away. If the wreckage should rupture the wards, terrible darkness might be unleashed. I must mount an expedition to the sunken hulk and make sure all is well."
Does that, from our bearings, does that point to the blue hole? Do we think that's the blue hole, or is that somewhere else?
Oh, the blue hole we investigated.
Yeah, we didn't
Forever
make it
ago.
all the way to the bottom, though.
No, we didn't.
We saw there's large dark forms down there.
The last
Yeah.
page of this book says, A fell wind blows this evening. I fear the wards on the rift have been broken. I must set out first thing in the morning to inspect the wreckage.
So are there dates in this journal that gives us a frame of reference? That
Yes.
this was a year ago, 100 years
5 years
ago?
ago.
5 years ago.
5 years. Mm.
So as we look over this book, I will tickle the pages with my fingers, press the digitating to clean it, and mending to repair it, just to at least preserve it.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to at least keep it from further decay, but all that has been lost is unfortunately lost. And what I've read out loud is pretty much all you can get from it. Give me a history check. Okay.
Garen will
Dirty
try.
20.
13.
13.
KayBee. This sounds awfully familiar to you. You know of a story. There was once a pirate captain, Sir Gaul, a notorious sorcerer, who forged an unholy pact with the demon lord Orcus.
That's bad.
He and his crew never left survivors of their attacks, and his ship, Tamarot, was the scourge of the seas.
Good riddance. What treasure?
You go ahead and roll me an investigation check. You aren't really like a nautical explorer, right?
No.
No. Okay. 18. With an 18 investigation, you see that this book has coordinates. But it's kind of not really anything to you.
Yeah. Yeah, but
But you
It's got-
have a ship.
it's got
people who
numbers.
know-
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I think people are gonna be really happy to see this. Let's go check on our friends.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
As we get up to the top and Paul points to we look at this dead person and Paul mentions they were sick. I wish to use my last blessing to do a medicine check to try, if possible, to determine what made them sick, if it's
Okay.
something to be feared.
Yeah.
10. Yay.
A 10. You have any nat 20s?
I don't know what those are.
Hold on,
I use
we have-
I use the third blessing. I feel so blessed. Do we even have nat 20s?
Let me check.
We had a handout at one point.
we have
I
two
think you had us.
handouts.
I think you had us keep track of them.
I would
after a
so
while.
nat 20 right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I actually have nat 20 and a blessings counter on my character sheet.
So smart. Oh yeah, we don't have one. We just
At
have
one
cards.
point we did, but yeah.
Okay. Well, you rolled a
Yep.
10?
So
Okay.
I share my concern with friends. If it looks like, I don't know, I guess if there's pustules, blisters that popped, I'd be like, oh hell. Does it look contagious?
It doesn't look contagious.
I mean, this bloke didn't die of the disease.
Does it look, from looking at it, I don't know if my medicine check helps. Does it look like they suffered for a long time with this?
You have no idea.
Or does it, no idea.
Yeah.
Finn doesn't really know much, but can he give it a shot if we're looking at medicine?
Yeah. You can do a medicine check.
Oh, maybe I do know.
Okay,
Every time.
22. This is so funny. And I told you, zombie, that your time was coming.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh
I
no!
told you to be ready for this.
I'm not.
I told you like 3 months ago to be ready for this. Okay.
Okay.
You take a closer look. And You realize you know what this is. This is a disease called blue rot. And it comes from zombies.
Oh, I would know about that.
So it's likely that they came into contact with a zombie or some kind of undead. And that's how they got it. It's not contagious, but it's very difficult to cure, and if it's not cured, someone can get very sick, and they can eventually die.
Can I tell by the way that they died? Because I mean, I know that they died from the vet, but could I tell like they were sick enough where it could have spread, or did it seem like they were just kind of feeling the elements of it and died before?
You can tell that they probably suffered. You would know that blue rot essentially affects like your constitution. So it made them weak, but never at any point does it become contagious. And it just means this person had direct contact with undead.
I think Finn had not, for story purposes, I don't think Finn had paid too much attention to it, because it's just the chest is out, the heart's out, kind of looks all. He didn't really pay too much attention to it, but then KayBee kind of brought up the whole could it be contagious, and then Finn kind of just like, since KayBee couldn't quite figure out, he gave it like a strong look, and he goes, "Wait. That's blue rot. This person's been in contact with the undead."
Too many clothes, just too many things going on. It's crazy.
But yeah. Could there be undead in this? Or either there's some undead around here, or someone that can either summon or has worked with that kind of undead magic.
How come you know so much about the undead, Finn?
Well, well, it's a bit of a long story. But what I will kind of preface that, and the next time we have a long rest or whatever, I'll elaborate more, but my entire village was ravaged by these things. So, you're muted. I thought you were saying something, Paul.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No, it's fine. So, they got ravaged. I decided to start looking and studying the undead was like one of the big things I did. As sort of wanting to know why this is happening, who's causing this, what evil is behind all this. So, this has really stuck out to me. Now that I kind of took a closer look at what it was. I'm sure I have a book somewhere back on either the ship or our house that has a kind of descriptions of different, types of zombies things. Because I always like to have one of those books with me. But
And Ella might have some additional references for you as well.
I never thought about that. Yes, Ella might as well. But we've had her do so many extra things. I didn't want to bug her with, zombie stuff.
I was thinking you could borrow her books, but
Oh yes, you're right. I'm thinking, but yeah, now I'm. This place might be just a little bit more. The silence might be a little bit more dangerous now.
I wonder. Finn, you said it's not contagious, correct?
Not in its state, no.
All right. Garen's actually going to inspect the body and see if he can find any indications of. Well, basically, he's looking to see if this might be any way to tell if this was Arcanus who wrote this journal.
Let's see.
In his mind, he's thinking this Arcanus is a spellcaster or the wizard. So I'm kind of wondering if there's like a spell component pouch or.
You look over the person, and they are literally only wearing robes, sandals. They have a piece of chalk in their hand. They look very dirty. They look like perhaps they haven't bathed in a while. They have a scratch on their arm where it seems to be the site of most of this blue rot forming.
Are the fingers stained black from ink?
No. But no component pouch.
No indications of who they are.
So,
Alright.
Garen, you said
Does
the
his foot
arm?
fit the sandal in the room?
But one thing to kind of keep in mind, this person died today,
Yes.
and the wizard's living area underneath you hasn't been bothered supposedly for about 5 years.
Yeah, I think that big winged thing just took him up here to eat him. He's not from here, is he? No one lives here.
Maybe right.
Maybe.
When we go down inside, who knows what we're gonna find? We still gotta go downstairs.
We do.
True.
And maybe there's a
Skip to it.
basement.
Alright. So I suppose we should either get going or find a place to rest for the night because it is getting late. It was already
getting
starting
dark.
to become even.
Yeah, I agree.
I
There was-
almost feel
was
like
a- There was a fireplace up that way. Although I
Yes.
don't know how stable that floor would be. Maybe we should check downstairs to see if it's got a fireplace. We didn't actually go down the stairs.
No. I almost feel like we'd be better off camping outside of the building and resuming our expedition in the morning.
Okay. Where? Okay, yeah, sure. And then wherever you guys are gonna be, I'll join wherever we're gonna sleep. Just out in the yard, or?
Not where those assassin vines are, that's for sure.
No.
You don't want to cuddle
think
with
the
them,
hill.
are you sure?
I think the top of the hill, one of the hills nearby, might be best. Give us the best vantage point.
So. Oh my.
Oh no. Stella's
Oh.
reaction to that.
No!
So,
No.
hey. Hold on.
Yeah, definitely not in
I
the
just
tower.
remembered we all drew bad cards. This is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely not in the tower. There's only one way out.
Right.
Hold on.
Oh no.
I can't wait to talk about how this adventure is built later after you finish it.
You cut out on some of that.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just scared for you.
Okay, alright.
Hold on. Where's the thing? Okay. As the group of you are making plans for what you want to do for the rest of the evening, you see that as the last rays of the evening sun slant across the dark waters of the bay, you catch movement from the corner of your eye along the beach. A dark humanoid form standing silently in the turf. You're positive it wasn't there a moment ago. With the next crashing breaker, you lose sight of the intruder in the deepening darkness. When the spray clears, the figure is gone. Night has fallen. There is something about the air. a looming sense of dread, danger. You are all seasoned enough now that you know when something is about to go terribly wrong. You watch as all around the island, creatures begin to crawl out of the water. Like 50 of them.
Man, if I just hadn't lost that ring of 3 wishes.
I don't need you to roll this, but you know you are outnumbered. You know that if you leave this tower right now, you
We're
will
dead.
die.
Garen is going to seal the door, the trap door into the part we're in.
Paul, do you think you can talk to them? You're so good at talking.
Well, I could probably try, but I don't know. What are they? I mean, they look mean.
Can we, with
Yeah.
our excellent vision, can we see?
Yeah,
Can we make
Garen
it
puts
more?
on his goggles of dark vision to try to get a better look at anything he can.
Okay, hold on. Oh, hi, Lucky. This is very tense.
No meow.
Just laying on my arm. Okay. You are at the tippy top of this tower right here. You see these humanoid creatures shambling up of varying speeds. You can tell that they are not all the same. Some of them are crawling, some of them are running, sprinting, some of them bear weapons, and one of them, you blinked and it was gone. Something supernatural about that one. You're not quite sure where it went. But they are slowly making their way up the banks, up the shore, the beach, and they're coming towards the Hermitage. You can tell that these people are not alive. Whatever they are now, they are not among the living. Other than that, you'll need a much closer look.
No.
Doesn't look like I've got to tell you the story, do I? I think at that, since I have a moment, and I decided to look at all the stuff I have. Am I permitted to put on 2 items?
You're not in combat.
Okay.
I would advise to be quiet.
Mhm.
So it's a necklace and it's a ring.
Okay, you put them on.
So I have on me a red balls of fire necklace and a ring of protection.
Okay. So I think you probably have to attune to the ring.
Well, I've had it. Yeah. True.
If you're putting it on now for the first time, you'll basically need an hour before the power will kick in.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put it on now.
Okay. Okay.
And
you
hope
do
for the
so.
best.
You put the necklace on. I'm pretty sure with the necklace, it doesn't need attunement. You just
Nope.
break off and
I
throw
looked
it.
it. I looked it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Garen is gonna reach into his backpack and pull out the Claw of Time and change it to daytime.
Wait, what? What is
You have
this?
what? What
Wait,
did
wait,
you
wait,
From
what?
want?
day
is-
1, you gave it to me. It was supposed to be a variation of the Orb of Time. Garen has actually had that, and he's never used it.
Oh my god! What?
Yes, we're.
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
You broke the game.
That was from like 3 years ago.
Yeah. The very first game, Garen got that. I remember it.
I'm gonna have to go look that up now.
Do you have a
Love
description?
of time. Once per long rest, when held, it's a card in handouts. The Glove of Time.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
this
the
is
Dragon's
so
Claw.
old. This is so old. It was when I
Yeah.
was making handouts for the items. I gave up on
Yes.
doing that because y'all were getting so many items. Holy shit. Okay.
Yep.
When held, this powerful item allows an individual to determine whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night. It only functions on the prime plane. Okay. Describe to me what this looks like. Spin it
Yeah.
up. Paint me a
Garen.
picture.
Garen literally is looking at all this. He all of a sudden drops his backpack down, opens it up, and starts rifling through it. Y'all have never seen Garen act like this. He's always so pristine, so careful with his stuff. All of a sudden, he pulls out this one object that's been wrapped in cloth. None of you have ever seen it. And he opens it up, and looks like a claw, a dragon's claw. And he looks at it, and he says, and then the sun begins to rise.
So fucking cool. Thank you, GeekDice, for the new cards. We're gonna draw some cards.
What?
When you don't like the rules of the game, change the rules of the game.
Yep.
We're gonna start the other way around. Finn, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. Pull.
This one's got to be good. Stop.
You know, statistically, if you pull all the bad cards out at the first
Yeah.
time, then you're
Yeah.
more likely to have. So far, they're really good. They're very, very good. Okay, Garen.
Stop.
Okay, KayBee.
You're talking to me?
KayBee, tell me when to stop.
And then one for Emma when they return.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Ooh.
Cool. Garen, you speak out in this foreign tongue, and you all see suddenly something shifts in the air. You can almost feel the pressure around you. That sense of dread, that sense of fear as you see this mass of undead things crawling out of the ocean. They freeze. There's a violent jolt to their body as they all look up simultaneously where they are frozen in place. And the sky is changing color rapidly, dangerously. There is an unearthly howl, the screeching of dead things that should not have a voice. And it is eerie. It is scratching. It causes the skin on your arms to bump as they suddenly tear through the beach and they begin to retreat into the ocean, disappearing with the crashing waves. And then again, like most of your day, it's quiet.
Is it time for lunch again?
That is the most powerful thing I think I've ever seen in my life, Garen.
I don't understand it.
You're not the only one who has a story to tell. As he wraps it back into cloth, ties it up, and now begins to put everything back in his backpack neatly, carefully, refolding whatever he needs to.
Garen, as you're putting it away, that last moment where you were about to bring the fabric to fold and break it away from sight, last brush of your fingertips on the glove of time, there is a jolt. You feel a surge of electricity jam through your fingertips into your body and it shakes you. Something has fundamentally changed about you here. you tapped into something extremely powerful, something of which you don't really know the extent of the circumstances or the consequences of what you've just done. You have drawn the Fool card.
No.
You lose something here. You let go of something here. What is it?
You know, I'd say Garen, he has held on to that for so many years because he was afraid of using that power. And having done that, he is now completely out of sorts, so absent-minded that he actually forgets to put something into his backpack. And I don't know if he thought he was trying to put away the journal he had read and put it back into the location or whatever. But he actually takes the Rin of X-ray Vision, a magic item he had gotten recently, and he puts it back into that backpack where he had gotten the journal and puts it back into the hiding place and seals it up.
Okay. Go ahead and remove that from your inventory. Effectively, it will be lost from our game.
Nope.
It takes you a moment to recalibrate, try to shake off that electric feeling. It buzzes in your fingertips. It's frightening.
He is scared.
What is everyone else doing as you see Garen having this moment to himself?
KayBee's headed to the boat.
I think we shouldn't be here when it goes nighttime again.
I think you're right. We
Let's
should
get out of here.
Yes. Yes.
Is anybody hurt? Do we need a rest, or should we go?
I think we rest on the ship.
Yep. Remember,
we
don't run. All of us run across the thing at once.
Yes.
But I think we should bring this guy's body. We can't just leave him here.
Hey?
Someone might know who he is, and his family might want to bury him.
What time of day is it? I mean,
It's the
you
crack
could-
of dawn. Well, you can choose, actually. You can choose literally any time you want.
I said morning. It's
Okay.
the very beginning of the day.
So should we check out the lower level?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Probably. Yeah, if it's
All right,
if
and then get
essentially
out of
the
here.
new day. Yeah. Then are we gonna take the body with us while we dig around? Or are we gonna leave it up here and come back for it? We want to take it with us.
Well, wrap him up, take him down, maybe.
Okay.
I think we'll take him over to where above the brewery. I don't know where we're gonna go down, but please take him out of here.
So you have two options. If you're gonna go back down into the brewery, you're gonna have to drop down your ladder that you made. But the other way is the stairs that led down towards that tub where there was some blood.
Yeah, maybe we can just take him part way now, and then later move him further along.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, all okay. So here are your two options. You can go down the stairs here, or you can go back into the guard tower and use that ladder that you made.
I think we should just go down the stairs. We haven't been down that way yet. And then we don't have to cross that rickety old catwalk.
I agree. Especially while carrying a corpse.
Go down. That work?
Oh,
Oh
there's
my God,
there's a
doors.
Garen and a pole in the thing, gazebo-looking area.
Oh, yeah.
Don't look at that. I forgot to delete
So,
them.
what else does that glove do? I think I
Oh God.
You see
Hide
In
the
space.
you see yourselves from yesterday beginning to maneuver around. No, I'm just kidding.
Yesterday morning, got it.
Okay. So here you are on the first floor now. You see that there is a large rusty metal tub with a broken wooden frame near it. There's spatters of blood and obvious signs of a recent struggle.
Oh, is there anything in the tub besides water?
You look inside, you can see that the tub formerly served as an oil receptacle, probably for the beacon in the tower, the lighthouse. It holds dirty water and shattered crockery in it. The wooden frame was obviously a drying rack for laundry. See, there's a bucket of lye and a copper scoop and several pumice stones nearby.
What's the dashed line that we see on the map?
That's the balcony up ahead. I mean, above you that you walked on.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay, so it's safe to go into that area.
Yeah, you can go underneath the walkway. So you're exposed. So when you look up here in this main area, it goes up 30 feet. When you're down here, it goes up about 10, 15 feet.
Okay.
You see there's a door here next to Finn. There's a door here next to KayBee, a door to the south, double doors towards the front. This is probably the front door. And then
Yeah.
double doors here, which presumably is the dining room that you had passed by.
Garen is gonna open the doors here to make certain they've got a clear way out.
Okay.
And then Garen never actually went into that room, so he probably now sees the murder hole up above.
Yes. You see exactly that. You look up, you see the slats, very obviously where oil would be poured. And as you're coming up towards the front door, you can see that the main entry, there are pieces of broken planking and debris reinforcing damaged doors. There's splattered bloodstains all around. A twisted padlock lies at the foot of the doors here. And the doors that you just passed through here have been ripped off their hinges. You can see that there are arrow slits on the sides of the walls here. And they're shrouded with cobwebs.
They held out as long as they could. They eventually lost.
Because your perception is 22,
Yeah.
you notice numerous humanoid tracks in the blood and dirt streaking the floor. You can see that there's also salt on the ground. This seems to be recent.
So them fellas came out of the water last night too.
And I wonder if the sea hags are with them.
Is there anything? Garen's actually going to inspect the tracks now, see if there's anything special he can find. Survival or inspection?
Let's see. I'll permit either. You'll get different information.
All right. Garen's got better survival. 26 survival.
Okay. 26 survival. There are at least a dozen set of tracks. You are pretty sure that these are zombie tracks. So what happened here? Zombies broke through.
Mm-hmm.
They must have broken down the door. Someone fixed the door. Probably after they left. This is evidence that there's someone alive somewhere. Maybe. Maybe the only one was the guy in the tower, and he's dead now.
Well, I think we know who the
Zombies
sea
broke.
killers are.
Oh, yes.
The hordes of undead.
Yeah. The zombies broke this door down,
Figured out that riddle now.
and then someone, after they left, repaired the doors.
And I was thinking this was an abandoned fort. We could make a fort for ourselves. I don't know now.
I don't think so.
I don't think no. I mean, if the boards were good enough, I'd say maybe, because that's a good idea. But if they could easily push them in, then
Yes,
it's
I'm
not gonna
not
help us at all.
sure.
I mean, unless you guys
No.
gotta he'll point to up because he'll know Garen all saw it. Unless you guys can find some oil, you know.
I prefer our
Mhm.
place in Saltmarsh. It's much nicer. Oh, and we just
I
built
agree.
it up right now.
Right, we have a whole house now, a mansion.
Mhm.
Saltmarsh.
Yes. No, I don't think this is a good place to set up shop. I would like to find the cause of those zombies. There was one that was different. But getting to it with all those hordes.
It'd be like a
Yeah.
leader. You know, I think
Yeah.
is it the Wraith? It's one of the W undead. They like lead other ones.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about them.
Yeah, I think it's the white with the W.
White zombies?
And blue zombies. I don't know.
I mean, I guess they could be any color, really. What's in here? Trying to open this door.
Yeah.
You open the door. And reveal the dining hall. You see that it's much like I described earlier. There's a fireplace towards the front, top, there, north. A broken table here, scattered old food, broken crockery. You see the east windows to the outside allow light during the day. West windows allowed archers on the second level to fire down intruders in this area. You can see that there have been several structural alterations. You can see that the slits here in the walls have been widened, and that the crude wooden balcony was definitely constructed recently. It's shabby. It looks unsafe. That was why it was really important that you cross over one at a time. With like the mounting evidence here, you get the sense that someone was or is here and is trying to fortify the place as much as they can. You get the sense that this is something that happens regularly. And it will probably happen again.
But we need to help them. Where they're at.
Walk over to this door. Listen for a moment. If I
I
hear
would
nothing,
like
I'll
to.
open it.
I would
It's-
like to figure that out too, KayBee.
It is so very quiet or anything. You open the door. You see faded tapestries showing maritime scenes and dramatic storms at sea hanging from the north and south walls of this cozy room. The floor is carpeted with a ragged green shag woven to depict a crashing wave. A low set of book-laden shelves sit against the east wall, and 3 wooden tables with several chairs fill the rest of the room. Books are strewn about on the tables and on the floor. A library.
Not a lot of time right now, but
Just kind of look for anything that looks new or interesting or has been recently read, laying open.
Okay.
Just kind of give it a
Cookbooks.
glance, see if there's anything of interest.
Roll me investigation.
28.
The depictions here pretty obviously devoted to Procan, the sea god. You see that most of these books seem to be about the passive contemplation of nature, philosophical quandaries. The books here are old and impressive looking. But you being someone who like appreciates these sorts of things, you get the sense that they are not valuable monetarily.
Yep. I'll choose a random book that maybe from its title looks maybe interesting. I'll just tuck it in my backpack.
Okay, as you pull one of the books away to put it in your backpack, a leaf of paper falls to the floor.
Ooh, I like paper.
You pick it up.
No, I stare at no. Of course I do.
So it's a perfectly square piece of paper that's been folded and I'm not kidding. It's blank.
Make a frisbee, throw it in the fire.
The deep cut there is that GeekDice was part of this like D&D
Ravnica.
game. It was literally just a blank piece of paper, but the entire party had like, they were just obsessing over it and they swore it was magical. They were like, is it magical? And I was like, roll me an Arcana check. And they rolled like a nat 1 or something. And I was like, it's just paper. And they didn't believe me. And so for the longest time, they were like, what is this paper? It's just a piece of paper. No. So you look at the piece of paper here and you see it's a poem.
I read it out loud.
It says, beware the sea and its scarlet harbinger. Beware the sword and death that await. For guidance we beseech Almighty Stormlord. Consign to our foes Camerot's fate.
That's an excellent poem. I tuck in the book, and I'm definitely going to read that later, but it's in my backpack.
Okay.
Any square piece of paper can become whatever you want if you know origami.
It's magic.
True. It's magic.
Could be a crane.
I think Garen's gonna grab one of the books at random for Ella also.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
21.
21.
So the reason KayBee doesn't see this is because KayBee is very tiny and small and short. But
Wow.
Garen, as you're like looking through the books trying to find one to grab for Ella, you see that there are things on top of the bookshelves. There's 4 scrolls.
Oh. Garen will scoop those up too. And
Okay. They are
Grab a
written
book.
in the arcane language, so you probably can't read them.
no, but
But I'm going to post them into our chat because I'm going to forget. So those are the 4 scrolls.
okay.
Put them into your backpack, and you put a
Yes.
book into your bag as well.
You can help me understand how special it is when I give it to Ella. If I remember I have it.
Okay. So while Garen and KayBee are in the library, what is Pole doing?
Well, Paul's gonna go open another door then. Doesn't
Okay.
care much for books. He'll go over here and open that one.
Finn, did you want to open a door? Is that what you're doing over here?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do over there. Yep.
Okay. So as people are kind of moving around, also open a door. Okay. As you open this door, Finn, you see it's a kitchen. It shows signs of recent use, and it's actually fairly clean. A kettle is suspended above a large fireplace, and a brick oven stands nearby. A cutting block bearing half a loaf of bread stands in the center of the room next to an empty table. Shelves for holding dishes and utensils line the east wall. The kettle itself seems to have some cold vegetable soup, and the bread is only now beginning to get stale. You also see that there are doors here and here.
So there doesn't seem to appear to be much in this room, then?
Other than what I've described.
I get the sense that, because I was kind of watching everyone scrunch through everything, I'm getting the sense that time is of the essence, so I'm just gonna take it at face value, what's in here, I guess, since nothing seems to really stick out, and I'm gonna go try to open this door.
Okay. It is locked.
Ooh, oh, I need thieves' tools, to unlock that.
It doesn't seem to be like locked in the sense of just the doorknob. It seems to be barricaded.
Oh, that would, yeah, then I can't even, okay.
So you
Great.
can open it, you'll just need to use force. The barricade is on the other side.
You have a high strength. Someone might try to use this as shelter. I'm gonna go down to the store.
So we'll pop on over to Hole now. I love it when your tokens like all line up. It's like, it's so cute. It's just queuing up to get into the next room. It's great.
Right?
Okay. Let's see.
Lightning
Show-
bolt formation.
Lightning bolt. Okay. You open this door freely. You see that it is actually barricaded from your side. You open it pretty easily, no problem. And it appears that this room was what was apparently once the main barracks of a stronghold. And the little cubbies here appear to have been turned into meditation cells. Numerous wooden pools have been crudely lashed together and hung with curtains to create 8-foot-high partitions throughout the room. The ceiling peaks 20 feet overhead, where a thatched roof is reinforced with wooden poles. This room is in shambles. Many of the partitions are damaged and the curtains are torn apart. The debris and broken remains of simple furnishings are strewn about. There are pools of drying blood and gore filling the room with a metallic stink. There are no bodies.
Sure, there's gotta be bad guys here somewhere.
Well, if there's no bodies and all these people die, where do you think they went? I think they went out into the ocean and they become part of this massive army of undead. That's what I think's happening. Be on your
I
watch.
agree.
I got an
So
air bubble
this-
spell. You want to go check it out?
Nope.
Oh.
I just opened this door though.
I
Okay.
got you back.
Garen, you see that the two of them are forging ahead, but
Finn's
Finn's not with you.
Not with us. Garen remembers seeing him go in here, so he's gonna come join Finn.
Okay.
We're trying to be expedient, but that doesn't mean we need to be uncareful.
And then he'll point to the door over there. That door is barricaded. So,
Okay.
Wonder if our mysterious individual is hiding in there.
maybe.
You both open the doors at the same time.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What could go wrong?
Special doors, that's the only way they open.
3, 2, 1, on go. Both
Ah.
doors lead outside.
Oh, okay.
However, both see something very different.
That looks like a path over here.
To Pole and KayBee, you see a path that leads out towards the water.
What does our bright daylight show us? Thank you.
Sorry. And for Finn and Aaron, see something like a grotto right outside this door. The stone peaks of the island rise along the walls of the Hermitage to create a sheltered grotto overlooked by a rampart walkway along the west side of this fortress. A steep path ascends 10 feet from a short strand of beach to an exterior door. A boat is pulled halfway up the beach here, its stern riding low in the water. Finn, the first thing you realize when you look out the water, there's a large mass of bodies floating in the water here.
Partially answers what I was gonna do. I was gonna do an investigation to see how deep the water is, thinking maybe the zombies we saw last night could also come out of this. And I think that because I don't see it connecting, but when I scroll down the map, I see it. So I think with seeing the bodies, he's gonna turn behind himself, look at Garen, and go, "They weren't just coming from that way; they were also coming from this way." And point to the
Yes.
bodies.
We were surrounded. Yes. This is not a safe place.
No.
So unless we want to try to break through that barricade, I think we find the others and we leave.
Part of me is curious, but part of me is also thinking maybe the barricade is they got in through the front door too.
Yes.
What do you think, Garen? I'm gonna leave it up to you, Garen.
Well,
Think we should try and break down the barrier on the other one?
I do.
All
Because the barricade would be placed to keep whatever's in this room from getting in there.
right. Oh, I thought the barricade. I thought the barricade was on the other side of the door.
Yeah, which means someone
Blocking
on
the
the
door
other
from us.
side doesn't
Yeah.
want what's in the kitchen coming there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, I got
Keeping
you.
us out of
Okay, so I did
there.
remember it right. Okay, I was confused myself. Sorry.
So Garen and Finn backtrack. You close the door.
Yeah, we closed the door.
Okay. Heading over to
And then-
KayBee and Pole. Can I get perception checks from both of you? Okay. Pole with a 7, KayBee with a 14. As you're kind of looking out through the open door, you see the beach. You don't quite see the grotto from this angle here. But KayBee, you begin to hear something. Scratching. Something small. Behind you. Somewhere over here.
There might be rats.
Bring out a sword.
All right. Wait, though. I can talk to rats.
I know. I just want to
I'm gonna
protect
take
you.
a look. I'll be alright.
Okay,
What if
put
it's
away
an
my-
undead rat?
I put away my sword.
Well, if it's undead, then it's okay to bonk it.
I pull out my sword.
Okay.
So what are we seeing there? Can you do
As
a
you turn
Control Z?
around. Control Z. Oh, zoom in a little bit.
Control Z does a token. Select the token. Does a token pop?
Hold on. Zoom in for the stream.
I think if you maybe it's a Shift C or Control Z, you select the token, it'll make it real big, kind of give you a preview.
I'll do you one better. There you go. Look at
Bam!
them. That's a lot of rats.
Swarms.
That's a lot of
Wow.
rats.
So are
All
they
the
undead?
rats.
How do I know?
You look around trying to find the source of this sound, and you see skulking all around the room, moving between the curtains and the partitions here, are swarms of rats. Dozens of them skittering around. What do?
I'm gonna talk to them. Say, hey rats, don't mind us. We're not gonna take your food or nothing. We're not gonna raid your lairs. Just stay away. We'll be all right.
You see all three swarms stop to behold you.
Squeak.
They squeak at you angrily, bitterly.
There's nothing to eat. There's nothing to eat. We're so hungry.
Well, why don't you go somewhere else where there's food then?
Where are we
No
going
one
to
lives here no
go?
more.
We're on an island.
Well, you can swim, can't you? All rats can swim.
I'm gonna need a persuasion check.
I'm gonna use my blessing on this one.
Okay, good luck.
Persuasion.
Okay. So tell me, Cole, what do you say to about 40 rats that manages to convince them to not try to eat the meat hanging off of your bones on an island where they can't find any food and they can't escape?
Well, I'll tell them about where we come from on the mainland there. There's tons of food. You don't have to worry about it. You shouldn't be staying here anyways. What's gonna happen if you eat the meat on my bones? Oh, you'll be fine for now, but then no one's gonna be there for you to eat tomorrow. And, you know, I just happen to know a few tricks that might stop you from getting it so easy.
As you say this, KayBee, you are just seeing Pole squeak, 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 squeakity, squeak,
Exactly.
squeak to these swarms of rats, but they've stopped. They are listening. They are slowly moving closer. They seem entranced. They seem curious. They seem to have questions brimming in their eyes
Oh God!
that you cannot understand, cannot comprehend. You see them huddling together, Pole, as
Legs.
they try to think,
Legs.
consider their options. One of them
Just to help them out. Okay.
says to you, Pole, "So you'll take us with you back
Sure.
to where you came from. Is this a promise?"
Yeah, if you promise not to eat us, I think that's fair.
Okay. What do you do next?
Yes.
I'm gonna tell Buttons, hey, all these rat fellas are gonna come with us. It's a temporary arrangement, so don't get too worried about it. But we're gonna bring them to the shore because there's nothing to eat here. Introduce them to all of the peeps. I'll bring out Sharon as well. So hey, Sharon, these guys don't need any. I don't need any special skills to speak to Sharon because he understands.
All of the
So I
rats
know
are
what's
like
going on.
licking their lips as you show your friends.
We had a deal. We had a deal.
You just watch.
All right. Everyone's always trying to eat Sharon. I don't know. It's not right.
KayBee, you just kind of like scoot away.
I'm slinking along the wall.
They're not interested
right.
in you.
Nice.
KayBee, so I made a deal with these guys. They're really hungry because there's nothing to eat on the island. So I made a deal. They aren't going to bother us, but we're gonna bring them to the mainland.
I swing my backpack around in front of me and I rifle in there for a moment and I pull out 3-4 rations and I begin dumping it out on the floor at arm's length, and I kind of step back as I dump food out. Step back. And I go like this with my hands to show my hands are empty.
As you kind of empty your bag, the rate at which this food disappears is mind-blowing. And they begin to follow you, KayBee, as they clearly want more.
God. So I'm going to dump what is 8 rations, and they're gone.
As you dump the rest of your rations again,
I hope 8 rations is enough to feed 40 rats.
they swallow. They don't even chew it, and they continue to follow you.
Paul?
Alrighty then. See you later. And I run to the door. I step through and I close the door.
Remember that last time we had all those rats at the party? That was really fun.
Garen, Finn.
We see this final cut of the door close, and then the rats just kind of piling on each other, crawling up the door, scratching at it. And I think that's a good place to end this session for tonight.
Right. Rats.
Rats. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for another wonderful episode of Secrets of Saltmarsh. Yeah, good luck with that. You've made a pretty big promise to 40 rats. That's gonna be very interesting. I have so many questions.
40 questions.
But we're gonna go around now and do our outros. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and what your favorite part of today's episode was. And we'll start off with Zombie.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie MC, or if you name to call me, I'm the lore keeper.
You're a little
and
quiet.
Captain Oh no! Okay, how's this? Am I better now?
Yeah.
Am I loud? Okay. Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie MC. I'm one of the names to call me. I am the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips. That's up to your own discretion. Today I played Finn Carson. My favorite moment, it's gonna be everybody's favorite moment. I get to go first. I get to steal it first. Ha ha! It has got it. It's gotta be the glove, right? The glove of time and space and all the shit. It saved us basically from fighting like me. I mean, my namesake, Zombie Fighter. Of course, I want to go in guns blazing. And throw fireballs and use my bat and beat the crap out of all these zombies. But I think that there is a part where me and Finn differentiate, where Finn was putting in all that stuff because he was scared. And he wants to kind of protect himself because this more brings back memories, like bad memories for him. Seeing all of these zombies come up all at once. He has not seen a horde of zombies like that since the incident in his childhood. So that really threw him through a whirlwind. But, I mean, I don't know how well we would have done with those zombies. So that was great. I love that. You can find me on Twitter at ZombieFighter89. If you go there, there's a pinned tweet made by the lovely Lady May. Go follow Lady May. Lady May is awesome. I do video editing, audio editing, Twitch clipping, and I'm going to be doing shorts here as well. So in my pinned tweet as well, there is a thing for the Google Sheet of everything that I've done, and I'll be soon making a little spot for shorts whenever I start doing more and more of those down the road.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And then we'll pop over to John.
Hello, I'm John, aka Andicarus, and I was playing Pole tonight. It was a lot of fun. Going through this creepy little former fortress, seeing what devastation has been wrought here. Of course, the best moment was when Garen changed it from night to day. Can't really top that, but I'll pick something else because Finn already went with that. I liked the outro. I liked KayBee skittering away from the skittering masses and closing the door on another episode. That was a nice way to go out. So that was cool from KayBee and from Stella for making that work. And I think I'm intrigued for next time. Who wins, rats versus zombies?
Curious. Let's see. Think what? We'll pop on over to Tim.
Hey, I'm GodfatherWraith _ESG. I really don't have any social media presence, so yeah, can't follow me there. But you can probably see me around on various Twitch communities and also in Stella's Discord. So my favorite part, honestly, was Pole's sneak attack with a pillow when KayBee was rifling the bed. That made me laugh so hard. I loved it.
You're so right. I should have gave you sneak attack damage. Dang. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at this game.
I would say he probably earned inspiration.
Yes.
Yeah. Paul, go ahead and mark on your character sheet that you have a pocket DM inspiration. So the blessings do expire every session, but the DM inspiration keep forever. Or use. It's up to you.
Yep, that's me.
Very much. And then we'll hop on over to GeekDice.
Hey folks, I'm GeekDice. Thanks for hanging out with us. A lot of fun in this group, in this campaign. I was playing KayBee tonight. I think my favorite part of today's session, of course, you can't top changing night to day. That's pretty cool. But it really, once again, Pole came out with different tactics. Pole thinks differently. He's always trying to talk to potential enemies and even interrupt people from brandishing a sword and doing some smackdown. So it's a little bit of a competition to see who can get there, Pole with his words or KayBee gets there with his sword first. So that's kind of fun. I appreciate that there is more than one solution to a challenge. And Pole brings that every time. Great mojo there. So excellent fun. Thanks team. A lot of fun tonight.
And thank you very much. And so very excited to say that Emma will be joining us again next time. So fingers crossed we'll have a full cast in the next episode of Secrets of Saltmarsh. Oh, my cat is just sitting on the back of my chair, just chilling, big chilling. Okay, we will be back with more Secrets of Saltmarsh on Wednesday, June 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Hope you have a great rest of your evening.